All right, guys. Thank you for that mic check. This is a new way I'm kind of doing it. I'm kind of trying out with my phone. So I think it's sorry, I got a little feedback there. I'm doing this on my phone. So this is the way I'm gonna try it from here on out. But thank you guys for coming in today, man. You guys know how I do. Today, I got something to bring to you guys. I got a real interesting topic that we should be discussing. Okay. And this is about actually someone who has some superstar celebrity status. And what we're going to see from this clip that I'm about to play is we're about to play a clip here from a young boxer named Adrian Broner. Okay, I know a lot of you guys know who Adrian Broner is. Okay, Adrian Broner's used to be one of the top boxers at one time in the sport. And recently, you're seeing Adrian Broner's, downfall be orchestrated. And the reason I want to share this video with you guys and tie it into how money dehumanizes people, okay? And how it's used to control, okay? You guys got to understand something, man. All right, these examples that we see in movies, these examples that we see in celebrities, these examples that we see in these so-called, politicians even, okay, all show us one thing, okay? It all shows us what money does to dehumanize people, okay? We all know that most of the time these people in this world will chalk off their behavior to simply just doing their job, okay? We know this is bullcrap, okay? We know that, their loyalty has been paid for, okay? It has been bought. And this is what we're seeing. And I want you guys to understand, no matter what you do out here, okay, I want you guys to truly understand, bro, no matter what you do out here, man, okay, no matter what you do out here, you got to understand, man, you're going to have to decide to be good or be evil. Those are the best ways to explain it, okay? Because I sat here and told you guys before, no one should be able to feel like they've been dehumanized, okay, based off of a status, which we all know that is orchestrated and, created perfectly programmed for certain people to succeed in a fabricated society, if you will. Because let's keep the facts, bro. We all know that money is just paper, okay? It's just paper. It has no worth, okay? It is as good as toilet paper, okay? The money was best when it was together as a whole tree, which was giving us life and oxygen, okay? But what they've done is they've cut down, all of our trees, the trees that give us life, the trees that keep this frequency high, the trees that clean our air from the smog and all the different things that we have going on in this so-called polluted society. We're now using this for money, worthless piece of paper, okay? You shouldn't, you couldn't find something better to do with our trees, the trees that the creator put here to, like I said, to keep our planet clean, okay? To clean up behind humans who don't understand what they're doing, okay, to our ecosystem. All right. So basically what I'm trying to say here and what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is, okay, most people have been dehumanized because of the money, okay? And this is just the flat out truth, okay? And they push this in our society, okay? They really do. They push this in our society, bro, and it happens to trickle down to many of people. And this is where many of people have sold out, okay? We sit here and we look at the celebrities, we see here and we look at the stars, okay? And we always sit here and try to compare our lives, wanting to be them, wish we had the money like them, because we have been sold and taught to believe that, money is your freedom, okay? When you could go ask any of these stars, you can go ask any of these celebrities, all of these rich people are known for one thing over regular people, and that is taking their lives, okay? That is, being unalived at a very young age, okay? Money is not all what we believe it is, okay? And I truly believe, because of the journey that I'm on my SR journey, I truly believe that going through hell, like I told you guys the other day, the walk through hell is what's going to prepare you for the money when you get it. Okay. You're not going to be one of these people out here who are going to be tricked out of your position. You're not going to be tricked out of your bag. Okay. You're not going to be walking around here, all right, flashing your money, bro, because you've learned that lesson first. And unfortunately for many of these stars and these celebrities, you know, that's majority a family type of thing. You'd be surprised that all these celebrities are connected family wise in one way or another. Okay. And that's not by coincidence. Okay. They do these things to keep the family strong. Okay. To keep the business strong. Okay. So it's very unlikely that, you know, we're going to be born in that situation like them. Okay. And this is where I truly believe in the divide. I truly believe there's a creator, and I truly believe there's an opposite to the creator. Okay. Someone who wants to be the creator, someone who has fabricated himself to be the creator. Okay. To control, you know, people down here and get them to lose their souls. So this example that I'm showing you here is a very famous boxer named Adrian Broner. Okay, Adrian Broner is really good boxer. He trained with Floyd Mayweather. You know, he grew up in that whole era. Okay, he's one of them boxers out there that talks a lot. You know, that's loud. Okay, and I fully believe this is why, you know, the elites would promote someone like Adrian Broner. Okay, because he's not one of these guys that are going to come up and do the right thing. And matter of fact, he's doing exactly as their plan is playing out, as you can see, because they are orchestrating the downfall of Adrian Broner. Now, this video clip that I'm about to play is about to show you a couple things here. It's going to show you how everybody in our society is driven off of money. It's going to show you how they use money as a tool to decide someone's worth, to decide someone's value. Okay. You guys got to understand that these guys literally have their downfalls orchestrated by people who just doesn't want to see them anymore. You know, it could be for many of reasons. It could be for them, you know, not want to, you know, keep doing with all the, you know, the offings and the sacrifices that they have to do. Okay. Let's keep it 1,000. All right. A lot of these people go through this and they end up seeing that the money ain't really worth it. They end up seeing that nobody's there on their side. They don't have no real friends. All the money brought was a bunch of suckers that came into your life, bro, and try to catch you slipping your whole life, bro, hating on you, planning on you to jack you, okay? And then once you come up in your worst spot where you need that actual money, okay, you no longer have it because you were one of these good people who gave it all out, or maybe you're one of these people who are just out there tricking off and blowing off your money because you were growing up in one of these situations that I just told you guys where, you know, you were born into that and you don't know no better. Okay. Nevertheless, all right, this clip that I'm about to show you with Adrian Broner, like I said, signifies on what they believe about you if you don't have money. Okay. And I want you guys to think about this. Okay. From the average people out there at home watching this video to the people who out there might have a little bit of pocket change. Okay. I want you to understand something. All right. Not everybody is in the same shoes, bro. Okay, we're not able to, you know, step in each other's shoes and know what each other experiences. Okay, but I can tell you one thing, man. From a position of not being able to have all that money, you sure able to see, okay, the traps, okay, that they have set from you for this money. Because, like I said, it's dehumanizing people, okay, and it's causing people to cause big judgment. Okay. And eventually what's going to end up happening is you're going to have to make a choice. Okay. You're going to have to go and be with the Most High, or you're going to have to go and be with the low vibrational, low frequency energy of the fallen. Okay. And like I'm telling you guys today, they're out here today, recruiting. Okay, they're out here doing a better job of getting, you know, people to join the fallen. Okay, versus the light, the Most High. Why? Because and today I told you guys, you get punished for being a good person. Okay. This is why characters like Adrian Broner, Floyd Mayweather, okay, all of these celebrities are promoted, bro. Okay. Because they're not promoting to you good behavior. They're not promoting to you to do, you know, the things that you would do out of your morals. Okay. Everything's about money. You think about every character that we see in front of us on the mainstream television. It's all about money. It's a facade. It's money, 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 money. And this is what gets us regular people, okay, to end up forfeiting and losing our souls just like them, okay? It's a dirty game out here, people. And you guys got to be aware, okay? There's two sides of this coin out here, okay? One I like to call the good guys, and the other one I like to call, the Pink Pony Club, okay? Because you got to understand, man, when you decide to go and do the right thing in life, okay, you're not going to be amongst the world. You're not going to be one of these people that are out there getting themselves into trouble, constantly being on the scene, okay, hanging out, doing things, okay, that are unseen, in secrecy, okay, making secret oaths, okay. You're going to be forthright. You're going to be truthful with your information, man, okay. And unfortunately, most people in today have decided to, unfortunately opt out for the other side.
Where boys and girls can all be queens every single day.
And like I said, this is the side that people have chosen, okay? They've chosen to do their dirt in the dark. They've chosen to dance with the devil, okay? They've chose to, basically do as thou wilt, all right? And unfortunately, like I said, these celebrities are no different, okay? The celebrities are the ones that are going to be out here, all right, really getting the punishment, all right? And they're our entertainment. This is what I want you guys to understand as regular people. Like I said, some of us will look at them in a state of jealousy. What I want you guys to understand is they are our entertainment, okay? From what we see from doing the right thing, okay? We see what they're going through, okay? We see the downfalls orchestrated in their lives. We see the constant relationship problems. We see the drug problems, okay? And then ultimately, we see the same story that we see from every celebrity, that they end up doing something related to drugs and lost their life. Am I lying? Okay? So we see from our own eyes on how money, okay, destroys people. And this is what I want you guys to be understanding. We need to be looking at these things as a lesson on what not to do, okay? A life what not to lead, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to end up in one of these situations, okay, where your downfall is being orchestrated, just like my man Adrian Broner.
But y'all good. Y'all got me. Y'all good. Y'all got me.
No, we got some chance. I keep saying with me. Your services would not pause be here for free. Absolutely, brother.
Okay,
we know your time is money, man.
Okay.
But I know we usually start with football.
Mesmerized by style.
This nigga here, bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person.
Thank you.
So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down what's going on here. Okay. When I told you guys that this is the orchestration of someone's downfall, okay, I want you to also look into the likes of MGK, okay, the rapper, singer MGK, okay, they're orchestrating his downfall at the same time. So you'll have two, similar stories to compare. I believe MGK's last album was Welcome to My Downfall or something like that. I believe that was his last album's name. And again, this is all truth in plain sight, okay? This is all showing you what's going on here. Now, what's happening here on this podcast that Adrian Broner shows up to, because obviously he is no longer an A-list celebrity, he's a B-list celebrity, and what they're doing is, like I said, they're orchestrating his downfall, okay, to make him desperate, to either make him re-sign a contract and to get back in the ring and get back into his normal things that he has to do. Again, a lot of people don't want to do this anymore. I told you, this is what happens. These people sell their soul for this money, and they think that the money is everything, and they end up finding out, bro, that the money is not everything. At the end of the day, they wishing they was one of us. They wishing they was broke, they was unheard of, that they could go to a regular school and date a regular girl, bro, because like I said, once you now walk through that door, bro, you're not allowed to associate with regular people anymore, okay? They label that as a risk. okay? And when you know rich people, okay, well, rich people don't like poor people, okay? That's just what it is. So that now you see where you get that discrepancy there, okay? So what's happening here is Mr. Adrian, all right, has been set up. They invited him on this show, okay? And when they invited him on this show, they didn't tell him he was going to be on a podcast like this, okay? So he was caught off surprise already, okay? So you already know that they got something set up for him because he was caught off, off guard. And obviously, if you listen very closely, you can hear that Adrian is actually intoxicated, whether that's from alcohol or, maybe smoked a couple of L's. I don't know. You can just tell my man is not himself in this video, okay? And I want you to listen. I want you to listen on how all he's doing is being himself, okay? They've blew up this situation and made it seem that he's making too many nasty comments at one of the people on the podcast. And I've listened to it over and over and over, and I'm going to play you the clip as well. And I want you to listen closely. He's just being him. He's just being someone, that's Adrian Broner's personality. If anybody knows Adrian Broner, what he's doing here is he's just being himself. Okay, but they're orchestrating his downfall. So what they're doing is they're taking a situation that, at any other day, no one would have saw it and thought about twice. But now they've made it a big situation because, Mason Cameron, all right, made it an issue on live air. So listen closely here.
Because why does everybody tell me that? Like, I don't know how to take that.
Now you
like,
gassing it?
No. It's just like if somebody tells you that you look better in person than on camera, then it's like, damn, do I look bad on camera? Like, you would think that about yourself too.
No, but you look so good in person.
Thank you. I
real.
appreciate that.
Hey, my last question is, where's your relationship at today with Tank and Floyd?
Tank will always be my baby brother. That's my baby brother, man. Right. Last time I seen him though, that nigga made me cry, man.
Why is that? How?
We was he didn't know I was there. He was at the casino in Miami, and he didn't know I was there. I grabbed him and we hung together all night. Pause. He dropped me off. He dropped me off, and but before I got out of the car, he said, "Here." He gave me every dime he had on him. That shit made me cry because I used to do the same shit for him.
So I want to make a point here. I told you guys how Adrian Broner was surprised. He was surprised. He didn't understand what was going on here. He didn't understand. Bro, you got to understand, he probably was bent. Most of the time he's bent. When you're in those dying ages of your career in Hollywood and any kind of superstardom, you see people always have some kind of kick. And most of the time it's some kind of drug or some kind of alcoholic problem. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, they got him on a podcast here by surprise. Okay, offering him some petty cash to come on here so they could humiliate him. Okay, and this is the facts. Okay. Also, what I also know that was indicative of his downfall is when he broke off from the big boxing promoters like PBC, okay? He ended up opting to work with a Don King, which is a smaller promotions, which is Don King is known for more nefarious things in the boxing world, like taking money that doesn't belong to him, okay? So once I saw that downgrade, okay, I can already tell that, Adrian Broner's career was going in the wrong direction, okay? So it's no wonder you can sit here and hear it in his voice that he sounds like he's drugged up, okay? I don't even believe that that's alcohol, to be complete honest with you. It sounds like he's drugged up, okay? And they have them on here, okay? And the very first comment that he said was to one of the female and the only female host on their panel. He, made a remark about how good she looked, okay? And you guys just heard it, okay? It was anything serious, all right? But look on how when they're ready to orchestrate your downfall, when you're not going with the game, Okay, when you're doing like most people in the modern world, okay, you get game stocked, GAME stock. This is almost the same thing that is happening here, okay, with Adrian Broner. Okay, you be made to look like you're crazy. You get made to look like that you know you're doing something that is not acceptable. Okay, this is what they do when the Pink Pony Club doesn't agree with what you're doing. Okay, when you don't want to join the club, when you don't want to do the rules of the club, this is what they do. They orchestrate your downfall.
That's what's up. Yeah, y'all at the TV show 25-8, all that shit. I know that's your brother, absolutely. And what about with Floyd? Okay, we guess we can move on to football. That's the question about Floyd.
Is that a
So what you can see that they're doing here on this podcast, all right, Adrian Broner didn't answer the question. They asked him, what is your relationship with Floyd? Okay, and again, what I'm proving to you is they're trying to find anything that they can at this moment, all right, to be able to turn this positive podcast against him for negative publicity to help orchestrate his downfall, okay? So when they finally do destroy him and do take away his means to make money, because if you guys don't believe that these people have this type of power, then you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, these people have this type of power. It's their game. It's their system. It's their fallen world. They control everybody at every major point in the game. Okay, just picture this as a big monopoly board. Okay, and you don't got no pieces to the board. Okay, the person that's running the game got all the pieces. You got one little automobile. Okay, and there's millions of pieces in this monopoly game. Well, this is the way this world works. Okay, and when you don't conform is the word I want to use. When you don't conform, okay, to the things that, this particular group wants, okay, they have a way of coming into your life and causing your downfall, okay? They could come into your life and take your family from you. They can come into your life and take your automobile from you. They can come into your life and take your house from you. They can come into your life and take your job from you. You guys think I'm joking. They can come into your life and harass you so bad that it could cause you to not live a normal life. Therefore, you won't have any intimate relationships with people or anything like that. When I tell you guys that this is why you see everybody who decide to sign that name in blood, who ends up going against the Pink Pony Club, bro, you get outed. Okay, and your downfall becomes orchestrated. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. This is all tied to money. Okay, the only reason they made these decisions, the only reason they made these moves is because money was the motivation factor behind their actions. All right, and every day we're out here witnessing, okay, a orchestrated collapse economically. Okay, knowing that people are struggling, knowing that people don't make the money hourly to be able to support, the inflation that we have going on in our society. Again, another orchestrated move to further tighten the grip to get most of you guys to fold and sell your soul. When I told you this is all about souls, you better believe me what I'm telling you people, okay? I'm telling you guys what is really going on out here, all right? And money is the factor. So if you're all about money, you're going to cross these people, okay? And you're probably going to be one of these people who end up joining the Pink Pony Club, okay? And that club is really, really thick, okay? When I tell you there's more of those people in the world than there is regular good people like me and you, believe me what I'm telling you. And this is why, okay, you don't want to be out here trading your life for money, okay? Money could never, pay for a human life value ever, okay? Never. You could never offer me enough money, bro, over someone's life, okay? One of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not kill. Okay, so what does that mean? If the Most High is telling you to not kill, that means that your life is worth way more than any money could ever, be valued at. Okay, and that's what I want you guys to understand.
real background?
Hey, Stack, could you stop
Yes.
Can you stop smiling?
Arabia is.
Nah, yo, bro, or some G, yo, bro, or some G shit. We gotta.
Oh,
My boyfriend here, yo.
right. Oh, shit.
I told you that.
My bad.
Nah, like it's all like. Pause the show for a minute. Like I love your energy and the shit.
My bad.
Your energy good,
My
but it gotta be a limit with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
you know what I mean? All right.
Yeah.
So here's the point where Cameron is accusing Adrian Broner, okay, on being on the podcast, being his natural, authentic self, because that is Adrian Broner. Since the day I remember him, that is Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner would always do that, whether the person was married or not. Okay, that's Adrian Broner. Okay, but again, when you are on the downfall and they are orchestrating, okay, you know, your exit from stardom because you don't want to, you know, go with the program, this is what happens to you. Okay, you get put on these shows that you believe are innocent, and they use them against you. And you got to understand, he's not boxing right now. That means that's his career. Okay, that's his career. That's how he makes money. The only other way that he makes money is by going on these podcasts. Okay, and they control these podcasts just like they control the boxing. Okay, so you can see how that this can happen in the big world, and this can also happen in our world because they own everything in our world. They own all the Amazons, they own all the Walmarts, they own all the driver apps, they own just about every app, okay, in the Apple Store app. Okay, so once you get put on, you know, alert that you're someone who is not, you know, complying, okay, this is what happens to you. Okay. And again, this is all about money. Let me ask you, just what you're hearing right now, based off what I've told you, based off the different angle that I've given you, okay, on how to see it from a different perspective, how much more valuable is money to you now? Okay. Now that you know this, okay. Now that you know that no matter where you go in this world, I don't care what it is you're doing. I don't care if it's right here on YouTube. Okay. They own this YouTube platform. Okay. They control on who gets on where they get in the algorithm. Okay. And just because you trying to be a bootlicker and you think you're going to hide, okay, behind your content and you're going to make it through some crack, some kind of way. Listen, I'm telling you that you're completely wrong and that is false. Okay. The only way that you get past any type of success on a platform like this is to walk through the doors. So you can easily go around the community right now, bro, and see who's on walk through those doors. Okay. Whether they want to tell you about it or not. Okay. It is not very hard to see what's going on out here. All you have to do is follow the money and understand that the money has now reached, okay, to the poor people, and it's got us, you know, wagering, you know, if our soul is worth the exchange. And like I said, unfortunately, most people in our society has believed that so. Okay. And this is why we're having, you know, the problems that we're having down here as far as living in harmony. Okay. Money is not everything, people. Okay. Money is not worth anything, honestly. We make money worth its value. Okay. Without us doing what we're told to do, okay, the money is completely worthless. Okay. We got to understand that we can create our own values, okay? And this is why the system is going the way it is, because a lot of people are waking up, okay? You're seeing a lot of these celebrities, just like this is a prime example of somebody who's waking up because he no longer wanted to deal with the big time boxing promoters. He tried to take it a step down and deal with, you know, someone, you know, from a relationship to a brother to brother, and he ended up finding out that brother to brother don't mean nothing because that other brother is all about the money. Okay. And this is where I begin to tell you guys, you can't trust anybody, especially in the realm of money. Okay. So anytime there's going to be any type of money involved, okay, you're automatically going to have trust issues with everybody around you, including the person that made you that deal.
It was cool, but her boyfriend here.
Cam just checked me.
Nah, you my brother.
I can't talk. I mean, all right, you told me to stop. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I mean, I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here.
So that was the extent of the video. I haven't played the clip all the way through, but that's the extent of the video from which they kicked him off the podcast. I just played this to you. I know I broke it down and I talked in between segments, but listen, he literally did nothing really wrong. Okay, he just basically was pumping a girl's heads up that had a boyfriend. Okay, and because of Adrian Broner's position right now, okay, I told you what he's doing. He's going against the system, and you can't do that, bro, because once you do that, you know, you're talking about John Wick here. You're talking about he trying to be John Wick, and the table, you know, wants otherwise. Okay, it's just not going to work out for him. Okay, and this is unfortunately what happened to him, because like I said, they created this situation, okay, to use it as some kind of humiliation against him. All right, so in the next few months, and next coming 6 months to a year, you're going to see more and more and more of a downfall of Adrian Broner. Okay, especially since he done mentioned that he wanted to try to come back for like 3 more fights, which you already know they're going to have their hand in, and they're going to make sure that they sabotage that. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to get you guys to see. I'm trying to get you guys to see, bro, that money dehumanizes people, okay? All these people that are on this panel are paid to go against Adrian Broner because, you know, they don't want him in the system anymore because he doesn't want to comply, okay? This is what I'm telling you guys. No matter where you go in this world, listen to me. I've lived a long life. I've seen it all. Okay, I don't trust not a soul, especially when it comes to money, bro. I don't trust people who are out there even chasing the money. I don't even trust people out there who are so-called chasing success because, like I said, if you don't know your way through this world, if you don't have the proper map, bro, okay, you're going to run into some of these gatekeepers, okay, and you're going to be forced to make deals, okay, and if you're not going to make the deals, then like I said, the orchestration of your downfall is now commencing. Okay, so it's all tied to money. All right, this is what I want you guys to understand. This is where most of you guys out there that claim that you don't believe, you better be believing in something, man, because there is a clear line in the sand, bro, that there's 2 different energies going on down here, and this one energy that's down here that's of the negative is trying to control everything and is using money to control people and get people to dehumanize, you know, other people and lose their souls, okay, over this paper money, bro, okay? And at the end of the day, I just sat there and told you that all of these people who get the money end up losing themselves. All these people who get the money end up living the shortest lives, end up having the biggest drug problems, okay? End up becoming the biggest alcoholics, bro, okay? The money is not the answer, people, okay? What is the answer is to, you know, try to do your hardest, all right, to figure out who created you and what created you, especially if you still have that light inside your chest where you know how to do right from wrong. Okay, that is the key out here. All right, that is what's going to ensure that you still have a soul. Okay, because otherwise you're going to be out here walking in this direction. Okay, and money is now going to become your Lord and Savior, and that's when things become very, very dangerous in a world where they use money to dehumanize people.
I appreciate you. I
I
love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know me with my brother and all that.
My bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate it. Well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could. But I'm not gonna sit in and not value your time neither.
So this is the most humiliating part of the podcast that I listened to. Okay. So what you just heard is he didn't even say anything this time. Okay. The first time he said something, he got warned. Okay. But he's Adrian Broner. He's up there lit. Okay. He's up there lit and he's looking at a panel of soft beta males. Okay. With one beautiful woman in the middle. And I'm not going to cap to you. I'd be up there doing the exact same thing. I would not be there pandering, okay, to these dudes that are supposed to be alpha males, Mace and Cameron. Come on. I mean, Mace is literally the Will Smith of rap. How serious is that, bro? And then Cameron, bro, he done just changed, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing pink, but as a man that you claiming to be masculine, bro, and you wear pink all the time like you do, and you walk around with full grown bags like a woman, bro. Okay, there's something up with you, bro. Okay, and I'm not rocking with the energy that you're putting out, man. So to be up here stunting on Adrian Broner, okay, making him, feel like he's not, a human anymore, like he's not respected, that he didn't go through the same things that you went through, the same hustles and grinds that you got to get to where he's at, and y'all are just gonna dehumanize him and embarrass him, okay, on a national live podcast like that, because money is your god. Okay, and study your morals and your own dignity about things. Okay, it just shows you what these people are out here, worshiping, man. And this is why it's not safe anymore, bro. Is anybody that's chasing the money, like I'm telling you, man, I don't care what you say. You can sit here and say it's not the root. You can sit here and say that you gotta have a different mindset. You can say whatever foolishness that you want, bro. Okay. Any foolishness that you want. Money is in fact that. Okay, because like I said, it's a controlled system right now where it's putting the pinch down on regular Americans, man, who are forced to do things that they don't want to do. Okay, that is not free will. Okay, you are being forced, all right, to acquiesce, okay, to the rules of the game. Okay, and this is why I say you get a lot of people lose themselves. You get a lot of people in jail. You get a lot of people out here making deals with the devil. You get a lot of people out here selling a body, which is all sins. Okay, at the end of the day, it's all sins, and you are missing the point of it. Because no matter how they put it on you, they're gonna put it on you. Okay, and it's gonna affect on who you are. It's gonna affect on your morals and your decision making. And this is what ultimately is gonna keep you in trouble. Okay, so Cameron is here now at the very end of this video, bro, counting money. Listen, bro, he said pause the camera. He paused the camera, bro. He pulled out a Pink Pony Club bag. Okay, if I'm lying, I'm flying, bro. Go look it up, bro. He pulled out a Pink Pony Club handbag, a grown man, okay? Pull out some stacks, bro. Walked over to Adrian Broner and started counting the money in his face, bro, and gave it to him and told him to get out of here. Now, if that right there, that whole transaction right there is not disrespectful to you, then I don't know what it is, bro. Okay, because they were expecting him to blow up. They were expecting him to lash out in some kind of way. They were provoking him. But either way, the simple fact that they were allowed to get that over on him, okay, has now added to what I told you, the downfall of Adrian Broner. So don't be surprised in the coming months, like I told you, that you're going to see more and more of this happening. But you never should forget the fact on what this is about. This is about money, okay? This is about what I've always told you it's about, okay? It's about getting you to lose your soul. And so many of you people have made that decision, okay, to lose your soul over money, okay? The shame and the guilt and all that karma that you done created, bro, is going to follow you to that grave, and it's going to eat you alive, okay? It's going to be one of the worst things that you're going to have to face in your life, bro, okay? When this world changes, okay? When this world becomes good and pure, you guys are going to walking around with that aura, okay, that you will not be able to hide, okay? This is why I told you people, you guys need to be repentant if you done been out here exchanging your for money, causing lives, taking lives, harming people for money, okay? You guys don't understand what is coming to you, okay? You guys think this is a game. This is not a game, bro, okay? This is not a game, okay? And this is what is happening, and you cannot deny anything that I have said here today on this podcast, okay? You know what is going on out there. You know the price, okay, of making the wrong decision, especially over something money, because people will literally take your life over this fake paper money that has no value, okay? And this is why I told you guys, it dehumanizes people, okay? It gets people out here to lose their faith, bro. It gets people out here to lose their souls, and this is why it's dangerous. So I'm going to finish this clip. This last clip is just Adrian Broner again being humiliated, okay? This time, Adrian Broner went out to a bar, okay? Obviously, at the bar, he's going to be drunk and bent, okay? He goes to this bar that he used to go to all the time, and he used to get the VIP luxury treatment, okay? Unfortunately, this time he goes to the bar, bro, and he thinking he's going to get that luxury treatment, and what ends up happening to him at this bar is what? He doesn't get the luxury treatment, okay? All of a sudden, he's forced to pay this tremendously high bill that he didn't expect to pay, okay? And in this video, as I proved to you, this is the downfall of Adrian Broner. It's his humiliation ritual that was taking place for him to exit fame, okay? They called the police on him. Okay, they called the police over him because he owes a $2,200 bill that he thought he was going to be able to forfeit on his name and credit, you know, to the next day. He was not going to pay. It wasn't that he wasn't going to pay the people, but you got to understand on when you reach that level of stardom. See, he's used to a certain level of stardom that he is no longer in, okay? He's still trying to walk around the Floyd Mayweather where he could go to these clubs and these bars and these restaurants and they will send him the next bill the next day like it's complimentary. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna break his pockets right there in person. That's a level of fame that most of you people don't understand. And this is what Adrian Broner failed to realize that he no longer has. Okay, so what ends up happening is, of course, he has a rat in his group. So a person that's supposed to be his homeboy is sitting there videotaping the whole thing. Again, there's your yes men. Those are the people around you. Those are the people around most of you guys right now in your lives who have the money. These are the people you got around you. The snakes, the people who just want to see your downfall, the people who are there comparing themselves against you, the people who are secretly jealous of you. You guys think just because you go into a different rank or you come into some money that your life is going to get better. Where you people fail to realize is you fail to realize that you needed the people that have always been around you since day one. Okay, those are the people that you could have trusted with every, you know, penny in your Scrooge McDuck money bin. Okay, those are the people that you can trust. But instead, y'all have to learn the hard way. You have to go through the life. You have to lose the relationships, lose the friends. Okay, lose the marriages to see that all those people that end up coming into your life only came into your life because of the money. Okay, and they were never there for you. They never had your best interest, and you end up having to learn the hard way. Okay, and this is what Adrian Broner is seeing with his friends in his circle. So let's finish this last clip.
Hey, yo, pay for this. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm right here at the front door. Yeah,
He didn't even make that today.
Bro, I don't have that, bro. What are you talking about, bro? You AB, bro.
Yeah, that's what he makes in 2 weeks, bro.
Bro, he didn't even make that in one night.
Whenever y'all ready to arrest me. I ain't did nothing to nobody.
What y'all planning on doing?
Yeah, like motherfuckers is getting free
Alright,
walkthroughs
here y'all
and
go.
That's like promotions, bro.
That's all I can give. If y'all don't want it, take it back. What's that deal?
It's 40, bro.
It's 2. Damn, let's get them some money, man. They showed us some hospitality to the max. Nah, can't. What's that?
Give it to him. That is all I can give. But you done the recording, bro. I ain't fucked up. My life fucked up. I ain't fucked up. My life fucked up.
I ain't gonna lie, well, since we've been out here, man, ain't nobody charged us to come through and kicking and give us
That's
a couple
what I'm
bottles.
saying, bro. I don't do this, bro. I would have stayed here until he shot me, bro.
Hey, did they communicate all this with them? Like,
I don't know. Defense came to me, told me.
Y'all should have made that clear. Y'all planning on just doing a walkthrough or something like that.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Y'all just come in here and just run up the tab and talk to them a little bit what y'all trying to do.
He ain't talk to me either.
It's the same. It be like vice
Same.
versa.
All right, just take him to jail.
Come on. You gotta get these countries.
Hey, come get me. Right now. Hey, BJ, give my phone. Give my phone. He really called the narcs, bro.
I don't think.
So that's the end of the clip. Okay. What ended up happening is Adrian Broner ends up stumbling on his way out when they find out that they're not going to let him front the bill, right? So what ends up happening is they end up calling the police, right? The police officer walks in. Now, I would have reacted just like Adrian Broner at this point, okay? The police officer walks in. He locks the door behind him, okay? It made it look like he locked Adrian into that area, okay? Over $2,200 that I know, everybody know Adrian Broner can get $2,200, bro, okay? He ain't that broke, bro, okay? He did run through 10 milli, but, bro, he is not that broke. Okay, he's got that all day long. He might even have it on him. And what we end up finding out is once the cop closed the door, Adrian Broner reaches in his pocket and he pulls out like 10 racks. I'm not even kidding you. He pulls out like 10 racks. He had 5 racks in like one pocket, right? He pulls out the money and I'm pretty sure that he gave the person more than the bill, okay? And what ended up happening was after that point, okay, you end up having, seeing the energy of the room shift. Okay, the people, are looking at him way different now. Okay, his homeboy is looking at him way different now. Okay, everybody all of a sudden looks like they're cool again, which signifies to you on how people are acting in your life when you have the money. So many of you guys got yes men around you. So many of you guys got yes women around you. Okay, who could you not pay in the modern world to be your butt kisser? Okay, to be your yes man. Okay, this is what most people on, and this is what should be scary to you. Because that means that there's no loyalty. That means their loyalty can be bought. And that's how I'm getting you guys to understand on how dangerous this game is, okay? And the only true, real people that care about you and are loyal to you are not going to be these people who are wagering your value on and their time on money. Okay, I want you guys to understand that. So that's all I wanted to play to you guys. Okay, the video is what it is. If you guys haven't checked it out, go online, check out the video, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. Like I said, man, and understand, I'm talking about things that these other podcasters aren't telling you, okay? These other podcasters is going to tell you blank out, flat out what the story was, okay? They're not going to tell you on the lessons and the stories that you need to see that are within this message, okay? And that's what I'm trying to open you guys' mind up to. So I appreciate everybody that came up in here. Your boy's about to dip. You guys have a good rest of the day, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. So peace, fellas.
Where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. And I heard that there's a special place where the Pink Pony Club, the Pink Pony Club, the Pink Pony Club, Pink Pony Club.
Activate the shave line king.
Now listening to Boomtown Beats.
where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. And I heard that there's a special place where the Pink Pony Club, the Pink Pony Club, the Pink Pony Club, Pink Pony Club.
Ultra Combo! Combo Breaker!